Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters. As always, I am Door, and today we are hopefully going to get to level 75 organically here. So we are on the most recent version of the pack, which is 113.9. For the streams, I was on 113.8. I went into the config and removed the create blacklist thing that was happening that wouldn't let us break anything. So we were on that for the streams. I am now on the most recent one. Hopefully nothing is broken. I guess we'll see when we start running vaults today, but we're going to be starting off today's episode by going over the stuff that we did in the streams. So for the people that were there and don't want to rehash what we did, I will put a timestamp up on the screen now, and then you guys can click on through for that. But we're going to go over the stuff that we got during the streams here. So to start things off here, we got another Omega statue during the stream. We have it producing Blackstone for us, which is very nice. I don't have to go into the Nether and find that stuff over and over again. We also have two of the teleporters here in spawn to load up our mana pools. So those are chunk loaded here, which is fantastic. Back over here at base, I believe I did most of this off stream though, but we do have a cobble generator now. This is just the quark thing with the iron rods breaking cobblestone going into our barrels here with tier 3 item piping. So we have one here if we need it for our altar. We have one here to get turned into gunpowder, which is pretty nice. All of our machines on the backside here are tier 3 factories, so we have all of our ore and stuff getting broke down as kind of smoothly as we can right now for the time being. And the same thing goes for our gunpowder machines here. They're all tier 3. All of the machines that we have down right now have 3 speed upgrades. They all have 8 efficiency upgrades in them, the max that we can do, and they all have the muffling upgrades so that they're not making any noise anymore, which is huge for me, not to have the thing just cranking out noise. Our fuel line is still all the same machines. We didn't upgrade any of those because some of them we can't even turn into factories, like this one here we can't do. And then up top in our vault area, we did change some things around. So we have our vault altar up top now because we needed this to be chunk loaded. While we're out and about, we kept getting the squid ink to show up on this thing, which is kind of annoying. So I had to keep flying around through the rivers surrounding our base to complete it. So I needed it in a chunk loaded area, and the entire factory down there that we were just at is all chunk loaded. We have 3 or 4 of the teleporters loading the entire area now so that it should continually run. We also completed another relic, so now we have, 2 minutes extra in the vaults, which is pretty nice. We got our storage up and running, which is also fantastic. That is how we have our altar completely automated now. We have an importer on the bottom there that feeds all of the stuff that pops up on the altar here to it if we have it in our system, and it makes everything a whole lot better. But that's all that we pretty much did on stream here. But there's one more thing I want to show you guys before we start running anything, because I did build a squid farm off stream here because we kept getting the squids to pop up on the table. And initially I was going to build it in our ocean area where we have the entire thing drained out, but I couldn't find a good spot to build it that wasn't being impacted or having the guardians constantly spawn, because those were going to hit the mob cap anyways, right? And then the squids wouldn't spawn. So I decided to just find a river and build it there, which is right here in the desert, which kind of worked out. We didn't have too much ocean or too much river to drain. It kind of worked out pretty well. Also, the reason that we have a big chunk cut out here was because I thought at a certain point, going down, the river would take over the biome, but it didn't. So all of the soapstone is desert biome. I could maybe squeeze 1 or 2 of the squid spawning areas right here down the river section in between the 2 deserts, but we had a nice little chunk right here to squeeze in a decent size spawning area. So we have 3 wide by 6 long. So I think it's maximized as far down as we can for the spawning of the squids. It also runs fairly decent. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it produces enough squid ink to kind of meet the demand of what we need right now. Once we start hitting 10,000 squid inks, then it's going to be a bit of an issue, but right now we keep getting around 1,000 to 1,500 on the altars, so we got what we need from that thing. It's fine. I almost forgot about it, but we did make a flamethrower. Now, this doesn't do that much damage, but it does catch everything on fire and kill them over time. We can also activate our rampage and just do a little bit more damage, and it keeps stacking our rampage thing, which is pretty darn good. And there's one more thing I want to do before we start running vaults, and that's upgrade our storage drive one more time here. So during the stream, we got 4 of the tier 2 drives put together. With those drives, we have a total capacity of 512,000 items spread across 1,024 different types of items. So what we're going to do is upgrade that to the tier 3. That is going to give us double the capacity and keep the amount of items the same. So we're going to upgrade to that. We have everything we need. The first thing we need to do, though, is offload all of the items out of the system because I don't know if we void them if we use the drives full of items right now. So I'm going to take the exporter off of the bottom of our table for 2 seconds, and we're just going to plop it on this barrel here. We're going to fill up all the barrels with what we have. It's going to go really, really fast. We have also, I forgot to mention, but we have the speed upgrades on these items as well. So we have 8 times the input and output on our importer and exporter. And the cool thing about that is it doesn't actually use any power. So that's fantastic for us. So with all of them drained, we can turn them into the tier 3 thing now. So we're going to need 2 of the ultimate control units. So let's get those put together. And then I believe we need 1 more Echo Gem, which we need to fortune one of our Echo Ores to do. And we're also going to need 2 perfect Opals as well, which I don't have any loose ore. So we need to fortune that as well. So let me get these things down. Hopefully we can get lucky with the Echo again and a little lucky with the Opal as well. And we got 16 Opals. Let's hope for at least 1 of the Echo Gems. And we had 7, so we got a few of that. We got 6 from those, so that's not too bad. And we can use those echoes to make the Echo Pog. We have the opals already, and that is going to be our tier 3 storage drive. So that's pretty darn good. I'm going to plop that back in there, load our system back up with all of the stuff that we just took out of it. And then I'm also going to craft another tier 1 drive as well because I want to separate our vault run that we do today from our loot in general, so that way I don't have to come back after every run and go through the danks with you guys to show you what we got from that run. So that way we have everything separated, and hopefully it makes things a little bit smoother for me while we're doing these runs today. So I've gone through and uncompressed a lot of our blocks so that we can try and auto-complete some crystal crafting right now. But we're not going to do too many. I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 just to show you guys that we can do it automatically now. I've also gone through and added all of, or at least some of the flowers that we have being produced because I believe they can pop up on the altar. I have a list and I got to look again, but I'm pretty sure that the flowers that we have in here are flowers that can pop up on the altar. Also, all the items that we have in our storage drive here is stuff that either pops up on the table or it comes from a vault. We do have a couple things here and there that don't do either of those, but those were just in there because I was crafting a bunch of mechanism stuff and it was quicker for me to have it in our drives than it was to have an inventory full of a bunch of junk. So we are going to see if we can craft a couple crystals. Once we hit 75, we're also going to craft a treasure key and then maybe end up running that next episode if we do hit 75 today, which I'm almost certain we're going to do. But anyways, let's grab one of our crystals and let's see if it auto completes on its own, which I think it's going to do. So we just have to wait until it fully loads all the stuff in. We should have the apples, unless those aren't in our system. Are those not in our system? That's not moving at all. So no, we don't have those in our system. Go figure. Let me go grab those. Oh, we actually don't have the 900 that we need for that. I'm pretty sure we have a trader, though, or a villager that can trade these, right? Yeah, we do have a farmer villager. Let me trade up a bunch of those. Let me just dump all these into the system. So after a quick little trade sesh with our villagers, we got 1,000 apples. So let's dump those in there. That's going to complete that crystal. Let me press the button, and then we are going to take 1 more out of this thing. I totally didn't do 2 crystals already before realizing I wasn't recording at all, but that is 1 I can already tell we're not going to complete because we don't have 1,000 of the cocoa beans or anything else apparently. Is that not soul sand? Oh, it's going now. I should have the soul sand. I'm pretty sure we have the soul sand, which it's not moving very quickly, so let me double check, I guess. Never mind, we don't have any soul sand in the system, so we just used all that we had. We don't have the cobwebs in there, which are downstairs. The cocoa beans might also be downstairs, but okay, never mind. We're not going to be doing this. That's something that allows us to make them a lot quicker now, as long as we have the resources in our system. So that's pretty good. I'm going to get my stuff ready. We're going to be running this vault. I need to very quickly repair our chest piece. Oh, I totally forgot about it, but we did get a new pair of pants and a new pair of shoes. So we're going to Wu-Tax crystal these things up real quick because we have the shards to do that. So we need 7 of the Wu-Tax crystals to get those fully leveled up to see whether or not they're going to be good. And then we can start running some vaults. Also, with the storage system here, right? I already made the single cell, which is this guy here. And what we're going to do is just take this one out of the system while we run vaults and then plop this one in there. That should now show up. It does indeed. It has a capacity of 16,000 items over the span of 128 separate items. So that should be more than enough for the vault runs here. I don't think we have 128 different types of items, and we're surely not going to hit the 16,000 item cap. So for right now, I'm going to plop this over here. If we lose that, I will be very mad because that has all of our stuff on it, so I don't want to lose it. But let me gather up the Wu-Tac stuff and do these items and see if we get anything good on them. So we'll start off with the pants here. It looks like we can do all three at once, so let's just do that, save some time here. So we got armor toughness, durability, and health. That's pretty nice. I like the health. The other ones, not so much. I can care less about. But for the boots, let's see what we get. We got durability, cooldown reduction, parry, and armor. I believe we had jump boost already on there. So not the greatest rolls, but it could be worse. So we'll take it. So to start today off, we are going to be running a Plentiful Fragile Hunger Crystal. We don't have any other modifiers on there, and that's because the catalysts are being annoying again. We are also going to be running another Plentiful after this one, and then we are probably going to run some normal Afterlife ones. I have some gilded lucky ones that I'm going to hold on to until we hit 75, because that is when the loot modifiers and stuff inside the vault change again. So we'll hold off on running those ones. Right now, we need black opal to get to the atomic disassembler, and that is our goal right now. I'm not going to be using any more opals for anything else. I'm not increasing storage. I'm not building any more mechanism stuff for the time being. We are going to hoard up as much of the opals as we can until we're able to craft this thing. But I also upgraded the backpack, forgot all about that. And I'm going to be using the personal chest as our healing box because it has double the inventory compared to the shulker box. So if we want to start doing the altars again, we can. We have a ton of health potions on us now. But anyways, let's start running these vaults and stop delaying today. So let's get into this, and hopefully we have a good room or two to get some stuff going for ourselves. And right away here we have the geode room. So this is going to be fairly decent with Plentiful. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but it's better than running through rooms and rooms and not getting anything. So I don't know if it's the most advisable thing, but what I've been doing here lately, at least while I'm on streams, is I'll come down to the village room here, and I'll just run through and mine everything because of the Terra Shatterer, right? I have everything being filtered, so it's not super bad, and I'll just run through and mine everything. Now that we have Plentiful running right now, we may come across a couple ore pieces here and there, but it's probably not the most efficient use of our time by doing this right now, but it seems to kind of work out from time to time. So I'm going to run through, which I think I'm already done with the room pretty much. We have some stuff here, a couple more gilded, and we've gotten a couple pieces of ore, but not too many. That's really worth our time to be down here, really. I just noticed that I made a mistake before coming into this vault. By moving our storage stuff around the way that I did, I have a backpack full of vault ore right now. We've definitely not gotten this much ore from this one run. I've only cleared out 2 village areas, and that's only had a couple pieces of ore in them. Is it worth going into a dig room? I think this is more related to chest, right? So I'm not going to do this, but look at our backpack. I messed up. I broke some of the chests because our filters weren't pulling these things out, and I didn't even think about it. So, yeah, my bad. This run, I don't know how to tell how much of this run is actually what we got and what we had from the storage system. So, this run is pretty much wash in terms of how much ore we actually gathered. My bad. Cool, this is the first time coming across a raid outpost while we're doing a vault run here. This is in just one of the normal green rooms. Oh, we also have those guys. What the heck? I would like to kill you. The one cool thing about the flamethrower, like I said, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does shove them back, and it catches them on fire. So, I mean, we'll take it. The loot from this isn't too... Oh, there's stuff down there. Okay, let me just try and clear it, and then we'll grab what we can. We only have another 6 minutes left, so we're not really going to be able to do too much here. Ooh, let's actually not do that. There's only a couple more gilded in that tower. I'm not going to risk it because this is just one of the normal things. We don't have Afterlife or Soul Flames on it, or Phoenix, so I'm just going to leave it. We don't have the modifiers to get better loot out of the gilded anyways, so it is what it is. This is our 3rd village room. Actually, no, this is one we've been to already, so I somehow messed up my run here and double-backed on something I shouldn't have. So I don't know where that mess up was. Okay, we fixed it, but we still found another village room. We made a left coming out of that room. We made a right coming out of that room instead of a left, so that was my bad. But it's been since fixed. Is there going to be anything down here that's worth our time? These rooms have not really been panning out. Getting a couple things of ore and a couple things of loot from the Gilded, but nothing too crazy. So, yeah, let me just finish off this run. We only got 4 minutes left, and then run the other plentiful after I empty out my backpack and not run another one full of loot again like a dum-dum. So real quickly here, after that run, I put all of the ore that we got into this barrel. Again, this is not from that run. I accidentally had all of this on me from messing with our system. So what I'm going to have to do is look in the edit and see what I had on me when I opened up the backpack for the brief second there while I was in the vault. I'm pretty sure we didn't have Bogmeanite on us, so that might be from that run as well. I know that we grabbed 2 opals, and I put those in the system already, so all of this stuff right now is just from that one run, and then maybe some more of the ore as well, but for right now, I'll leave that be because I'm going to do one more vault before I edit down what I have and then run the last couple vaults for the episode. But anyways, I took the crystals that we crafted. I still have that one going. I haven't finished it yet, but I did have 3 of them that were blank. These ones are blank as well, but they don't have anything good on the catalyst. So the 3 that I do have in my inventory, 2 of them are good. I was looking for some more plentiful runs because I need to grab opals as much as I can to make the atomic disassembler. So with that in mind, this crystal has rich, so we're going to put that on there. And then this one also has rich and fragile, so we're going to put that one on this one. This one doesn't have anything good, so we're just going to plop that over there. And we'll have these 2 for the rest of the episode. And we need 8 levels for that. It still was rich, right? Yeah, okay. So never mind. Let me grab the levels, put that on there, and then we're going to be running basically some rich crystals here in just a second as well after we're done with the other one. So that should be that. So hopefully this vault plays out a little bit better than the last one here. This is just the plentiful and tired one. So I have the idle that negates the mining fatigue. So we're good on that. I'm just going to sprint through and look for better rooms. I wasted a lot of time in the last vault there not going for like good stuff. The time really just flew by, and I didn't really utilize it too well. So before we run these last 2 vaults, we actually hit level 72, so we now have 4 skill points. So what I want to do with that is actually buy into another level of speed. We can't buy another one till level 100, but this is going to give us speed level 3, so let's pick that up. And now we should be moving just a little bit quicker in vaults. And does that kind of cancel out candy bars? No, we have speed 5 from the candy bars. Okay, before we run into this next vault, let me gather up all my stuff. And while I do that, I'm going to actually spawn in a little sacrifice here to try and better our odds here. So we're going to be running 2 rich ones, and it really doesn't matter which one we start with. They're both just rich with 2 negative effects on it. So we're going to run probably the frail one first. So let me gather up my stuff, and then we're going to sacrifice a little sheep and hope that we get some good runs here. Well, hopefully this gives us some sort of good luck here, but there we go. We got these sheep done with. Let me drop that back on the floor so that we can pick it back up. We can drop this back in here, and let me grab my flamethrower. And that's all we need. Okay, cool. So let's jump on into this vault and hope that we get some good runs. Some good rooms, not some good runs, dang it. So already we're not off to a good start. We spawned with another one of the ship rooms right at the beginning here. So hopefully the next couple rooms, or just in general in this vault somewhere, we get something that gives us some good ore. We got rich, so we have, what is it, double or triple the amount of ore spawn, triple the amount of ore spawn. And here we go, cool. So we got an end room. Hopefully this pans out. I need a little bit more opal. Like, if I've done my math correctly, right, and we only get 1 opal from each of the ore pieces, like we roll really badly on it, then we need a little bit more than like 150, a little bit more than that to get the 324 that we need for the atomic disassembler, which hopefully we can make a good stab in these last 2 vaults to hopefully get kind of close to getting it today. Well, this isn't exactly an ore room, but we do have the puzzle pieces to do this, so I'm going to complete it. I pressed the wrong button. I need to grab my stuff out of here. All right, there we go. We got 25 boxes. Let's do this. We don't have safe zone. Never mind, it didn't blow up, so we're fine. And let's just do the rest of this as well here, and then we can continue on. I'm not going to waste the time looting the chest. We do, however, not have... Oh, we do have 1 more green. Never mind. So if we do come across this room again, we can complete it. Hopefully in the future, if we do come across it again. So that last run wasn't actually that bad. We did come across 2 of the crystal rooms, so hopefully we got a decent amount of ore from that. But we're going to sacrifice another lamb here on our altar, or our portal thing here. And then we are going to run the final vault here. So come over here, little buddy. And then we can do, nope, hey, come back over here. There we go, and there we go. Cool. Okay, so now with that dealt with, let me plop my axe back over here. Also, I had to change back from the personal chest that we were using because we can't actually open that in a vault for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure why, because it's not connected to our storage. I don't know if there is a way to even connect it to our storage to try and cheese it like that, but that thing is disabled when we're in vaults because we can't actually open it with the portable thing. So I don't know why the chest is disabled. It's just a double chest, effectively. But anyways, we are going to run this final one here. We got another rich unlucky, so we should be fairly good. We don't need to repair any of our stuff. Let's just jump right in, and hopefully we get another crystal room or two. We actually rolled it as a scavenger vault, so... yeah, well, we're not going to complete it. I haven't completed one of these in forever. I don't plan on starting now, so we're just going to run through, look for some good rooms. We made it almost to the end of the 61 rooms in the last vault as well, but yeah, we had a lot of rooms that were just not ore heavy. Alright, well, we've gone through all 61 rooms in this vault. We didn't get lucky with any of the ore rooms, so I'm just going to try and kill stuff and complete the scavenger crate thing here because we only need mob kill stuff, blood vials, milky bones, a whole lot of zombie stuff, and a couple things from skeletons, so... hopefully we're able to complete this. I doubt it, though, honestly, but I'll give it a go. We got 5 minutes to just kill stuff. We got 2 spawners right next to us. So hopefully we can gather up the stuff we need and actually get this done. All right, we have about a minute left. We're not going to complete this thing, unfortunately, but, I mean, it was the best thing we could do. We cleared all the rooms, got all the ore that we could. I don't think I missed anything that potentially had ore in it, but, I mean, the run was all right. We did get a fish tank room. We got a bunch of ore. Yeah, we're not getting any more drops, so that was my bad. I do have the flamethrower set on, I think it's Inferno, because it doesn't delete the items on the ground. If we had it in combat mode, it would burn up the stuff on the ground. So I am making sure that we're not burning up the drops, potentially, if we're getting anything from them. So yeah, that just didn't really work out too well. I also forgot to activate our rampage. When I started killing stuff, we would have been able to kill stuff a little bit quicker there. Actually, you know what? It reverted itself back to combat, so I needed it on heat. I didn't need it on Inferno or combat. I needed it on heat so that we can kill stuff and not burn any blocks on the ground. So I could have very well have been burning the drops there. I totally didn't realize it. We were getting soul shards, so I figured we had it set on the right thing, but... it looks like we didn't. That was my bad. So I have everything put away. Let's take a look at all of the loot that we gathered up from today. We have 2 statues. I'm going to take those real quick because we got sand and bricks. I'm not going to be placing down the statues that are making things that we don't even use. So this guy's just going to go in the box and be thrown into the cauldron when we need one of them put in there. I'll generate the sand because we can always use sand for the little table thing for the crystals. But anyways, looking through all the loot here, I think we did fairly good. Can I sort this by just ore? Because that's kind of the more important thing here. We got a trader that's selling star essence, so that's cool. But this should be all of the ore that we gathered up from today's runs. We did fairly good on Larimar and Beniatite, but we don't really need that at the moment. We only got 13 opal ore. We got 6 Bogmianite, 1 more echo ore, so that's cool. We can fortune that down here in a second. I'm going to fortune down the opal just to see how many we actually gather. I'm going to also be shifting all of this stuff over to the main drives here because there's no point in keeping them here. I'm going to try and just do this for the runs and then I can kind of keep them separated. But we also got 109 of the relic boosters. We got 94 soul shards. We got 11 of the vault diamonds. I don't really know what to be doing with the vault diamonds right now, to be honest, because I don't really know what other mod to be getting. I don't really need anything else automated. I don't care that I need to go cut down trees. I don't really mind having to go grow carrots and stuff. That's not really an issue for me because we have the twerker thing. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be spending those diamonds on. We also have more in our main system here, so let me grab those and just plop them in here for right now. I don't think it's going to mix everything together. It's going to show everything together, but it's not going to merge the system together, is it? No, it doesn't look like it's going to. Okay, so I also want to eat all of our burgers. Let me see if I can craft any more. Oh, we can craft another 12. Cool. Okay, so that's all the burgers we can get. We also have another 1,500, I believe, in the system, so we're going to be eating all of those here in just a second. Let me go craft my Omega statue, and we can also fortune down the opal. We also have to roll the ore here, or the armor, not the ore, genius. So we actually have enough of these yellow ones in this box to make another Omega statue too, if we want to burn a bunch of the 5-point boxes, which may be kind of worth doing. Although, I'll hold off on that. We may do that. Maybe, but I'm not really too worried about it, to be honest. Let's see what we roll on this. Something good, hopefully. I don't want the reactor making noise. So we already have a magma block 1 being produced. We could use gravel, although we have a lot of that right now. Those two don't pop up on the altar as far as I'm aware, so let's do granite or gravel. I'm going to flip a coin, actually, to decide on this, because I don't know which one to go with. So I don't actually have a coin on hand, so we're just going to use the Google coin flipping thing. I haven't clicked the button yet. It just rolled it as soon as I loaded the page up. So let's click on it. We're going to do heads for granite and tails for gravel. So let's see which one of these it chooses for us here. And we rolled heads. All right, so granite it is. There we go. So that is going to be our granite statue. I am almost certain we don't have one of those already, so hopefully that's the case. We do not have the granite one already made, so that's great news for us. Let's go and fortune down our opal and then roll all of our stuff here. We got armor and we got the relic boosters to hopefully get another relic built here as well. So we only have 13 ores. Let's hope for the best. If we can double it, great. If we can triple it, that would be even better. We got 34, so we doubled it and got an extra 8 on it, so that's fine. It's not the greatest roll, but it's going to take us one step closer to actually getting the atomic disassembler up and running eventually here. So let me grab all of my burgers. Actually, nope, let me roll all of these real quick. 2 seconds. So out of those boosters, we got 3 items here. We got the Twitch emote, which is another duplicate. We got the Shieldman set, which is going to complete that one. That's nice. So that's another 30 seconds. That's also a duplicate there. So let's take one of each of these, and then we can throw this thing together here as well. Let me just scoot that over there so it's not a janky little line. And that's another relic set done. So that's pretty good. We can plop that for right now. I don't really know where to put these. I'm just putting them anywhere, basically. But that's pretty cool. It's a little dude standing there. Nice. Now let's roll all of our armor. I'm going to do the common stuff first, and then we will swap on over to the blue armor, which I think is common. Or yeah, we're doing the scrappy stuff first. Never mind, my bad. And none of that stuff is all that good, which is kind of to be expected. It was scrappy. So let's take all of the common and roll all of these. Maybe we get something to potentially replace our helmet, which we only have 1 helmet roll, so maybe not. Well, you know what? Even if we didn't get anything good, we did get the leprechaun hat. So, I mean, that's 3 out of the 4 pieces for that set, which we already have the pants. We have the boots from Stream, I believe, and now we have the hat for it. So we just need the chest piece, and we have a full set of that looking armor, so that's kind of cool. But none of these are all that well. We have some rares, which are these 2 items, but I don't think that's going to do us any favors. Actually, this has 3 levels on it, which I don't think any of our idols currently have 3 levels on them. Yeah, they don't. They have 2 levels, but some of them do have 3 things on there because they came with 1 rolled already. So this will have 4 things on it when we roll that. So I'm actually going to use that one, because our current Valera one is a little damaged. It's not completely broken just yet, but I'll go ahead and throw some of the Wu-Tax crystals on that as well before we wrap up. The rest of this can go in the box. I don't really need it right now. So let's see what we roll on this thing. We got 3 levels into it. We got knockback resistance plus 14%, attack damage, 5% resistance, and weakening cloud 2. So that might actually be a fairly decent idol once we need to start using it, but I'm going to leave it in our chest right now. Let me gather up all my burgers, and let's see how many levels we can get. We currently have 1,600 burgers in the storage system here. We also have 4 pieces of pizza, so let's take those. It's not going to be that much XP, but any little bit helps here. So I think that's all the stuff that we can eat to gain XP at the moment. Yep, okay, so let's eat all of these. Actually, let's start off with the pizzas. Why not? Might as well just get whatever little levels we can from that. And then we are going to be eating all 1,600 of these. Can I double fist them? No, we cannot, unfortunately. Okay, well, this is going to take a little minute here, but we should hit 75, if not a little past that as well, actually, because from what I've seen, it's a stack of burgers per level. So once we're done with this, we're going to transfer the world over to the 2x multiplier for next episode, and then hopefully we have some decent runs there with some loot so that we can make a decent stab at obtaining the disassembler as well here. We're quite a ways out from it still, but hopefully as we do more runs here, we get a little bit closer and closer. So, admittedly, this has me a little concerned on our level so far, because if we go too high, then we are kind of boning ourselves in the vault here. So right now we're currently on 81. We have another 1,000 burgers to go. I want to say we're probably going to get to around 80 something, close to almost 90 potentially. So this could be a horrible mistake on my end, but we're almost done with them nonetheless. We got 10 skill points to spend right now. I'm going to use a few of those to buy into, I think, strength. We could buy one more level of that. And then we also unlock the skills that are on the very top of the skill tree that were locked until 75. So I don't know if I'm going to pick any of those right now. I haven't looked into those too much, but we will see what we do with all of these points. It's probably going to be, oh, we can't do speed. We need to be at 100 for that. I don't know yet. We'll see how many points we have by the time we're done with these. We have 700 burgers to go, and we have 15 points to spend. Oh, this is gonna be a real horrible idea, isn't it? All right, so we are finally done eating all of those. We had 14 points a second ago. Let's see what we're up to now. We're up to 24 points. We got to level 96. Oh, this was a real horrible idea. Okay, well, only next episode is going to tell how bad of an idea that was. Let us see. I want to buy into strength to get a little bit more damage output, which we can actually do 2 points into that. So what are we on right now? 2, so we can go up to 4, so both of those are 5 points apiece. Let's not do that. Let's do 1 level into strength. So that's 5 points gone. I'm going to look through and see what I want to do. I'm half tempted to fully level up the health thing because we're going to need it. So I very quickly just skimmed through the architect types here, and I don't think I'm going to use any of them, honestly. This one, if we go with Ward, we don't get the benefit of using Leech on our weapons anymore. For whatever reason, that just cancels it out. That might be a really good one, though, because we do generate the gold hearts, but that may be something we go with. I'm not honestly too sure here. The other ones don't really seem all that interesting to me. I don't want to take more damage than we already are. I don't want to die over and over again. So I'm going to spend a couple points into the well-fit thing again. We have 4 levels right now. Let's do another full heart of health, and then let's level into dash. That's another 2 points as well. Let's do 2 of those. So we're on level 6 dash, which then means this one cools down in 18 seconds. If we do 1 more, though, we have it cool down in 16 seconds instead of 18 seconds. So that's cool. I would like to do more damage with our rampage, and we have the points to do that. What are we on right now? 3, so 4 would be 4 points. Another 8 points to level it up twice, which would mean we're doing 150 damage overall. And then we only have a cooldown of 100 seconds instead of 160 or 140 that we're on right now. So let's do that as well. We have 7 points left over. So I didn't realize we had the option to level into Treasure Hunter at 75, so that's my bad. We're 1 point short of being able to level into it, so I'm just going to hold on to the points right now. We're going to hit 97 after we boost the XP thing anyways, so it's really just fine. But let's open up the world to LAN, and we should have to just enable cheats, I believe. I don't think we have to go into creative. I could be wrong about that, but now we can do game mode, right? Yeah, we can do game mode stuff. Okay, so let me look up the command for this. That is the command there. We are going to do 2 times for right now. We'll see if we can even kind of deal with that, because we are 20 levels higher than where we started today, and we don't exactly have super great armor. So by eating all those burgers, we've already potentially kind of boned ourselves when we go into a vault. But now that we have the multiplier by 2, we should be gaining XP a little bit quicker than normal. Hopefully it's a full bar of XP per vault. I don't plan on killing bosses moving forward or like trying to push those because we don't really have the damage output still. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.